안녕하세요, Kimi 박Kimi입니다. Hi, this is Kimi Park from Kimi and today we are reviewing this book by talktomeinkorean. This is a Korean question and answer patterns. It is a textbook that is designed for speaking. It has 10 different categories with 5 questions in each one. You have the categories eating habits, sleeping habits, your school days, your thoughts about work, your taste in drama, your thoughts about dating, celebrities, personalities, spending habits, and obsession, addiction, and compulsion. This is how the book works. We have, for example, eating habits. You have a general question at the top. Is there a food that you can't eat? 못 먹는 음식 있어요? And then you have another 3 ways the same question could have been asked. 싫어하는 음식 있어요? Is there food that you hate? 알레르기 때문에 못 먹는 음식 있어요? Is there food that you can't eat because of an allergy? Then you have a short grammar point that is used above. So here you have the verb stem plus 는 plus noun. So for example, 좋아하는 책, it's a book that I like. It's not a super in-depth explanation of the grammar point in question. Then you have different type of answers in one sentences. So you have the main one and again another 3 ways this could have been answered with some vocabulary that is used in those given sentences. And then you have an answer in 2, 3, 4 sentences by one of the Talk to Me in Korean staff with the vocabulary that you might not know under, and then a very short sample dialogue with again the vocabulary under. And that's it, we already had the next question. Basically, it goes like that for each of the questions that you have, and it goes through all of them. Overall, it has a total of 50 questions with the different types of answers. It has a little bit of grammar and a lot of vocabulary. This is a very good way of learning more vocabulary every time used in context, which you would know it by now. This is the best way of learning vocabulary. And those 50 questions could be used as journal prompts or as, speaking idea to be used with a tandem partner, for example, if you don't know what to speak about. You also have a free audio with this book. If you download the ttmik audio app, you can just scan the back of the book and you have the audio files directly onto your phone.
Question number 21.
주로 어디서 드라마를 봐요? 주로 어디서 드라마를 봐요? 주로 어디서 드라마를 봐요?
Similar questions.
주로 어디서 드라마를 보는 편이에요? 주로 어디서 드라마를 보는 편이에요? 주로 어디서 드라마를 보는 편이에요? 주로 어디서 드라마를 보게 돼요? 주로 어디서 드라마를 보게 돼요? 주로 어디서 드라마를 보게 돼요? 드라마는 보통 어디서 봐요? 드라마는 보통 어디서 봐요? 드라마는 보통 어디서 봐요?
주로 제 방에서 드라마를 봐요. 주로 제 방에서 드라마를 봐요. 주로 제 방에서 드라마를 봐요. More answers. 저는 지하철에서 드라마를 많이 봐요. 저는 지하철에서 드라마를 많이 봐요. 저는 지하철에서 드라마를 많이 봐요. 저는 주로 회사에서 봐요. 저는 주로 회사에서 봐요. 저는 주로 회사에서 봐요. 학교에서 많이 봐요. 학교에서 많이 봐요. 학교에서 많이 봐요. 경화's answer. 저는 요즘 드라마는 거의 지하철에서 보는 것 같아요. 여기저기 이동할 때 틈틈이 핸드폰으로 보는데 화질이 TV보다 떨어져서 참 아쉬워요. Sample dialogue. 어제 시작한 드라마 봤어요?
아니요. 지민 씨는 주로 어디서 드라마를 보는 편이에요?
주로 퇴근길 지하철에서 봐요. 왜요?
아, 핸드폰으로 보는구나. 아니, 지민 씨 되게 바빠 보이는데 드라마를 다 챙겨보는 것 같아서 궁금했어요.
Now let's talk about the things that I don't really like about this book. There were only 2 things that I could think of. The first one is where the audio files are separated. Everything that belongs to the first question is put in one file. So for example, if I wanted to listen to just the ttmik stuff answer like on repeat because it's a longer text, I could not do that because then it's all one file all together, so you would have to manually put it back. So it would have been better in my opinion if everything would have been separated, but it's not the case, which I find a little bit annoying. That might be just me. However, the biggest disadvantage of this book is that you have a lot of questions, you have a lot of example answers, but what you don't have is a correction of your answers, and this is due to the nature of the book. So even though you can create your own answers of these questions, you can't get corrected. Now let's talk about how I use this book to study. So what I did is a little bit of journaling kind of thing, but this is also a book that aims you at speaking, so I wanted to do a little bit of both. What I did was that I took a notebook. I would start by writing the question and the different way it could be asked, the example sentences and the different types of answers, highlight the words that I didn't know or I wasn't so sure of, wrote them down again as a list, only the one that I didn't know, not all the one from the book, so it's a little bit less overwhelming. And when I didn't know the grammar point, I will also write down the grammar point. Then on the second page, I will try to come up with my own answer, about a page long with a little bit of space at the bottom to write again the vocabulary I had to look for when I was trying to write down my answer. And then when I was meeting my tandem partner, I would have her read the text and have her correct what I wrote. And then I would also ask her to answer this question and see what her answer would be. But I am aware that not everybody would be able to do this because not everybody is in contact with a Korean native speaker that could correct them. There are some apps and websites online that you can use to receive correction for free in exchange of providing correction in your own native language. So let's recap. This book costs $21. The ebook version is $15.75. The level I would say would be from low intermediate onwards. There is no romanization, there is an audio provided, and yes, I would recommend this book for people who are looking for ideas of things to talk about in Korean if they can't come up with their own or if they're not journaling already. And by the way, journaling in Korean is a great way of practicing, and you don't necessarily need one of those. You can write down 3 things that you did today, and even if you're at beginner level, you could write the sentence in English or your native language with the few words that you know in Korean. So for example, today I met up with my 친구 and we went to a 식당 to eat pizza. You just have 친구 and 식당 in this whole sentence, but the more you're gonna learn Korean, the more you're gonna practice, the more you're gonna be able to add more and more words and also grammar and write full sentences in Korean in your journal. Writing about your daily action is a great way of learning these words that are actually super useful as they are the thing that you are doing every day. So that's it for me today and my review of the Korean Q&A pattern by Talk to Me in Korean. I hope this review was useful. If so, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up. If you also have this book, let me know how you are studying with it in the comments. I'm really curious to see the different methods that people are using. I'll see you next time. Bye bye!